God and goddesses. Welcome back to my podcast, Conscious Concubine. This is your girl, Sonil speaking, and today we're going to dive in to the subject, the law of attraction. I haven't worked a regular 9 to 5 since 2018, yet I've always managed to pay my bills on time, and I've always been fine. Even when I had like $7 in my bank account and I needed $2,000 the next day, somehow, some way, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, provided. And I'm going to teach you how you guys can manifest stuff really, really fast. Now, in order for you to manifest whatever you want, there's a couple of steps. Step one is thinking and, just visualizing whatever it is that you want. You think about it, you focus on it. Now, by putting thought to what you want, you're sending a signal into the universe, and the universe will bring that thing to you. Now, once that thing is there, whatever opportunity, even if it doesn't appear to be what it is, or if it does, now through your action, you can make that manifest quickly. For example, let's say that you want a brand new car. You want a brand new car, and you don't even have credit for a brand new car, but suddenly you get approved for a loan that would allow you to get that new car that you want, that you need for your business. It's an investment, right? It's a loan, it's not a grant, it's not a free brand new car, probably what you would prefer, but it is something, right? Now, the action that one should take is to just go for it, get that loan, get that car, start paying the payments. Now you're wondering, but then I'm going to have to be paying that loan and blah, blah, blah. Well, you got to go for it, because you don't know if you get the loan, you get the car, and suddenly a grant comes with the exact amount of money that you owe the people you got a loan from, and you can just pay it off, and now you're good. However, that was the universe seeing if you really wanted what you asked for, if you were really going to go for it, even if it wasn't in the way you painted it in your head. Because the universe won't always give you things how you want them. They will give you what you want and all your desires, they'll give them to you, but the way that it best suits you. And also sometimes the universe will give you whatever you want, and it also give you what you don't want at the same time, and see if you really are ready for what you want by making the right choice. So you gotta be mindful, you gotta be mindful when manifesting, because when manifestation is a very simple thing to do, the way I see it, but if you're not doing it with the right intentions, it's never gonna become possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, also, you can't manifest something if you don't believe that you deserve for that manifestation to happen. For example, let's say that you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you want a partner, you don't want to be alone anymore, and you want to manifest that. So when you meditate, you think about it, or when you masturbate, you think about it. By the way, guys, I'll talk about that shortly, about how you can use sex or whatever, sexual encounter, masturbating, whatever, to manifest whatever you want. But anyways, so you manifest a significant other, you meet this person, they're just perfect, However, you guys go on a date, and after that you start having self-doubt. You're like, oh my God, what if I'm not good enough for this person? If you let those thoughts eat away at your brain, that relationship will not work out, because you, with a thought of, oh yes, I want this, brought this person into your life, but now with the thought of, oh my God, I don't deserve this, then it's not going to stick around. And that is a problem with the majority of people, and why they can never manifest what they want. They get so close each time, but then they don't really succeed, because they don't believe that they deserve that. So in order for you to receive something, you must believe you deserve it. And I know that it's very hard for people like myself that come from poverty to manifest things as easily as people who are used to receiving, because we genuinely have been taught to believe that we don't deserve any of these things because of where we come from, and that's just the way things are. But no, things are not like that. Everybody deserves wealth, health, infinite amount of energy. If only we belief that we do, and we ask for it. And when it's given to us, we don't reject it due to fear and old belief systems. We deserve anything we want. All we gotta do is ask and accept. We don't have to chase anything. We don't have to beg for anything. We ask and we shall receive. We just gotta believe that we deserve to receive. We have to keep our mind in a state of abundance at all times. It doesn't matter if you have $7 in your bank account or if you have 5,000. Of course, you're gonna be really grateful to God and happy when you got 5,000, but you're not gonna be grateful when you have 7. Are you gonna curse your entire life because you don't have exactly what you want in that moment? By doing that, you will never get it. But it is only by living in gratitude that we shall receive more and more abundance every day. When you wake up, whether you feel sad or happy, whether you want to die or live, it doesn't matter. You gotta say thank you. And then you say that, and then your ego is gonna be like, for what? We feel miserable. Start looking around. Thank you for this roof, for this bed, for this food. Things that we have and we're used to, so we just overlook every day. But there's a lot of people that don't even have that. So when you start giving thanks for what you do have, you open up a door, a bigger door for more things to come, because you're satisfied with what you got. But if you are living in a state of lack, I don't have enough, no matter how much more you get, you'll never feel like you have something or like you deserve something. You will always be in a state of lack. So no matter how much you have or how little you have, you always have to be telling yourself, wow, I am so blessed, I am so wealthy. And if you start noticing the things that you do have, you'll start to believe it. And it is only then that things will start coming to you, things that you want, because you believe that you deserve them. Another way in which somebody can quickly, believe me, because I did it this way, change their mindset and their perspective once and for all, is by hitting rock bottom. For example, I have read books of the law of attraction my entire life since I was like 8 years old, and I had this understanding. And as a 10-year-old, I had my first business in which I earned from $80 to like $200 a day as a 10-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Selling candy to my neighbors. I had a catering service. They didn't have to walk to the colmado because I would bring whatever they wanted to them. It was a service I was providing. And as a 10-year-old, I knew how to manifest any money I wanted into my life so that I could help my parents pay their bills, so that I could pay my parents to hang out with me, and so that I can buy myself whatever I wanted. Living in poverty, I had gotten my mind out of poverty just through my imagination, right? But along the years, I kind of forgot about those things. And recently, I was listening to this audiobook called The Game of Life and How to Play It. Definitely listen to it. It's free on YouTube. And every lesson I listened to, it blew my mind because it's things that I genuinely believed of as a kid. But the world around me, the people that I was surrounded by, were all in a constant state of mind of lack. And eventually, I ended up thinking like them. I lost myself, but I found myself again. And this is why I'm doing this podcast, because I want to share the world. I want to put people on, because there is enough wealth to go around for everybody. Nobody should be in poverty right now. The only way the government can keep us in poverty is by keeping a poor mindset over society. And they have a huge control over the media, and all they throw out in the media is fear. Fear. There's lots of good things happening in the world every single day, but you don't see those things being announced in the local news. The only things that are announced in the local news is famine, murder, robberies, just fear and bad things happening. And this is what people are fed 24/7. People are led to believe that the world is getting worse and worse, and the only people that will ever have our back is the government, when in reality, they're the ones who have derailed us from our true selves for as long as I can remember, like back in history. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that in order for you guys to manifest anything that you want in life, which you can, because we all have eternal power within us to manifest absolutely anything. And I'll give you a few stories in a second. But in order for you to do that, you have to believe in your power. You have to. And I know it's hard to believe in your power, or that you have any power at all, when you're filled with insecurities and filled with fear and anxiety and depression, a lack mentality, and you're like, okay, it's so, but I'm struggling with this mentality, so how do I get from this mentality to this mentality? Excuse me. Sorry about that. First things first, you gotta start loving yourself. Before you can believe in yourself, you gotta just nurture yourself. You gotta come to terms with the fact that by just being alive, you deserve love. By just being here, your lungs make sure there's oxygen in your brain every single day so that you can stay alive and healthy and well. Because your lungs love you, and so does your stomach, and so does every cell in your body, and so does everything around you. It is only your ego, the false self, the way you perceive yourself, people's pain that was projected onto you that make you believe that you don't deserve love. Of course, if you grow up in a household where you were beaten almost every day, or talked to like shit, or abandoned, or grew up in foster care, or whatever horrible, childless childhood you had that made you believe or felt like you deserve no love because you were not receiving it from the people around you, I get it. I see you, I hear you, but I just want to let you know that the way those people treated you had nothing to do with you at all. It may feel personal, but it wasn't. And it may hurt a little more to realize that it wasn't even personal, but that should also liberate you a little bit, because it's just, people will always treat you how they treat themselves. Nothing is ever personal. A nice person will treat everybody nicely and respectfully, whether they're mean or nice. And a mean person will treat everybody mean, whether they're mean or nice. Do you understand what I'm saying? People give you what they have. People wake up. If a person wakes up in the morning and they treat themselves like shit, they eat like shit, they go on the internet right away, they get all depressed. When they go out into the streets, what can they offer to their friends, families, or acquaintances, or co-workers? The only thing that they can give is that same nasty energy that they manifested in the morning by not taking care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Except, besides, my bad. On the other hand, a person that woke up, said thank you, meditated, did some yoga, maybe some journaling before work, got their energies right, ate healthy, they feel amazing about themselves, they're looking good, they're feeling good, they go to work, somebody tries to start beef with them, it is less likely that they'll feed that energy than just stopping it right there and addressing it from a place of love and settling in better ways, spreading the love and bringing harmony into the workspace or wherever they're at. Do you understand what I'm saying? In life, we attract what we are, and we attract what we think we are. You know what I'm saying? So you may think you're a good person and be delusional, but if you are doing bad things to yourself and others, bad things will happen to you. Just like you may think you're a bad person, but if you keep doing things, good things will keep happening onto you, and eventually you'll come to understanding that you're not a bad person at all. You know, manifestation is not just about thoughts, it is also about actions. And one must have faith in oneself. But if one struggles to have faith in oneself, one must first nourish oneself. Love yourself. If your love language is words of affirmation, and growing up your parents always talked to you like you were the worst person in the world. They said that your parents called you fat, and now you are insecure about being fat, and maybe in the past you had body dysmorphia, bulimia, whatever it may be that you had in the past, and now you're working through that. The way you heal yourself is by telling yourself in the mirror, You are not fat. You are perfectly healthy. You deserve all the love in the world, no matter what your weight is, etc., etc., etc. You must give yourself the opposite of what your parents or the people around you gave you that caused those insecurities in you. Another example could be like, let's say you feel insecure about your intelligence. So you have this OCD and you're always reading books and you're always obsessed with knowledge, but you're never happy. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy of love and peace of mind, regardless of how intelligent I am. I am more than just my brain. I am a body that needs to be nourished and a soul that has all the wisdom in the universe. So I can relax and I can allow myself to enjoy the simplicities of life. Stuff like that, you know? Like, make sure you go in the mirror and tell yourself the opposite of your insecurities, even if it feels unreal. Like, that's how I got rid of my depression when the last time I actually tried to kill myself. I was 18 and my mom was watching me every day and I was in and out of mental hospitals. So I realized, wow, I can't kill myself and I don't want to be this sad. So I have to do something because I don't want to be here this sad. So since I can't leave, I'm going to change the sadness. That was my conclusion. And every day I would go in the mirror and I would say, Itzonil, you deserve love. You are so beautiful inside and out. And just because people don't know how to love you does not mean you do not deserve love. You are love. You are loved by the entire universe. Don't let your surroundings fool you. You are full of love. Stuff like that. That's what I needed to hear. And it helped me a lot. And now, my love doesn't even need to be talked about or shown with a physical action. People feel it the moment I walk into a room. I used to think that they didn't, but years later, after I started changing, people have hit me up and told me that my presence helped them a lot. And just like a lot of people have said, and a lot of quotes you've heard, if you want to change the world, you got to start with yourself. And by me loving myself a lot more, I was able to get people around me to love me better. And if they couldn't, they just walked away from me. And yes, it hurt. But by those people walking away from me, they made room for people who were able to love me the way I deserved and the way I needed to come into my life. And now I can say that I'm happy. I can say I'm at peace. Even when I'm not happy, even when I get crazy thoughts, I'm at peace. Because I know I'm where I'm supposed to be, with whom I'm supposed to be. And being in that void, that vortex of pure peace of mind, that's when I can attract all the abundance. That's when I can attract anything I need and I want and I desire, so that I can become a better person and help more people in the world. You know? I mean, God wants us to be rich, because rich is the physical, money is the physical manifestation of God's power, of God's influence. The more money you have, the more art you can make, the more you can expand it across the globe and touch people's hearts. There's nothing wrong with being a rich artist at all. A lot of artists have difficulty with money because they sit here and they say, oh, that person is not that good of an artist, they just have money. What? If you say something like that, which I have said in the past, and I didn't realize how wrong it was to say that until recently, is that who cares if somebody has money or not? How does that make him a better or worse artist? I mean, films cost billions to make sometimes, and that don't make the film bad. It makes them great. So this perspective we have of money, we gotta, turn it around, because you can't obtain something that you don't have a good relationship with. You gotta have a good relationship with money. A lot of poor people say, oh, I don't care for money. I don't care for it. It's okay that you don't care if somebody has money or not, to be around them, that's a difference. But to not care about money completely and to be completely nonchalant about money, yet pursue it at the same time, is a contradiction. and you're always going to struggle with it. You must say things like, money is coming to me. Money belongs to me, because through money, I can provide more blessings to the people around me, including myself. I can help the world become a better place by putting my money to use in the right places. I can change the world. I can make a difference. Instead of, oh, I don't care for money. I'm okay with what I have. No. Why wouldn't you want to keep evolving and growing? If you want to keep evolving in knowledge, in friendship, in social life, why wouldn't want to keep evolving in money? I mean, computers get updated every 6 months. And why wouldn't our pockets get upgraded every 6 months? You know? There's 2 ways to live in this world. In a state of lack or in a state of abundance. And if you're lacking in one end, you're most likely lacking in a lot of them. But if you're abundant in one, it is only a matter of time until you're abundant in all the other ones. Now, I want to talk about the little special of the podcast, which is manifesting things through sex. All right. So, as you guys know, 3 things make things whole: mind, body, soul. And each person is like a walking number 3. Now, when 2 people are having sex, 3 plus 3 is number 6. And 6 is the closest number to divinity, aka 7. 7 is also the 7th letter in the alphabet is the letter G, as in God, divinity. Meaning, when 2 humans get together and they have sexual intercourse, which stands for sexual energy exchange, sacred energy exchange, my bad. Sex stands for sacred energy exchange. You're exchanging energies, and in the moment of ejaculation, nutting, coming, whatever you want to say it, call it, one pineal gland is shut off. So there's no thoughts happening. It's just your higher self and the other person's higher self completely in manifestation. So whatever you were thinking of right before and after that is going to manifest, thinking and feeling times 2. Because, you know, it's not only one person, it's 2 manifesting something together. So if you and a partner argue, and when you guys are having sex, you guys are just having angry sex at each other, chances are that you guys are going to break up pretty soon, or that the relationship issues will only get more hectic as time goes on, because you guys are manifesting more hate and more pain and more insecurities into the relationship by having sex without solving the issues that you guys were arguing about beforehand, you know? But when you guys both are aware of the power that sex can have, and you just want to do sex magic, and you guys are like, okay, let's manifest $10,000 for our business. And then you guys, when you're guys about to come, you start thinking about it, and right after, and you start envisioning and visualizing that thing that as if already happened. You have to visualize things and feel it in your body as if it already came, and feel the gratitude for already receiving it. And that is the fastest way to do that. So if you have a significant other and you guys are trying to manifest something, try it. Sorry about that. Try it. Try to think of something together, to manifest together. You don't have to think about it the whole time you're having sex, but right before you're about to come and after, and just imagine it already happened and give thanks, and you'll see. Just a little tip I wanted to give you guys. You can also do it while you're masturbating. If you don't have somebody, don't worry, single people. I have done it for finishing an entire documentary in a week that I procrastinated to finish for 6 months, 4 months. You know, I literally masturbate and think about whatever makes me horny, and then right up until the point of nutting, I imagine that thing I want. And after I nut, I imagine it already happened, and I give thanks. And anything I've ever done that way has come true. I don't even know why I don't do that more often. I should, but you know what I mean. These are ways that you can manifest stuff. But like I said, remember, in order for you to manifest anything in this world, Not only you have to think about it and focus on only that. Don't think of how it might not work. Do not do that, because that again will contradict. You have to think, yes, I want this car and it's gonna get here. And then when an opportunity surrounding that appears, you must believe you deserve it. You gotta be crazy to be manifesting, bro. In a world like this, for a little while you're gonna feel crazy, but then eventually it's gonna feel like second nature. So just keep at it, man. And for those of you who struggle with manifestation, just focus on loving yourself and getting to know yourself. Stop hanging out with people who are bad for you, who make you feel like shit. It's better to spend some time alone and feel lonely and feel like life has no meaning for a little bit, and then be completely free of any mindset of lack, than to keep on hanging out with people who will keep you in that mindset of lack and will never let you succeed, and you guys will all just be lacking together. And who wants that? Whereas you were to stay on your own and succeed on your own, you might just influence those same friends to get on their shit and be rich with you. So it's not unloyal for you to leave some people behind that are no longer serving a purpose in your life, that are keeping you stuck. It's okay to walk away. You're not a bad person. Staying with them will make you a bad person, because you're not following your truth, and you're also enabling somebody else to not follow their truth, you know? So I know that life is so confusing and it's hard to make these big steps of like breaking up with that person that you know is not good for you, or cutting off all your friends because you realize that all your friends do not fit the criteria of being your friends anymore, and now you're about to be a loner, but you're a social butterfly, and now you're like, oh my god, I could never be alone, I could never not party. Well, nothing worth having is gonna come by easy, because you know, easy come, easy go. So if you really want to fulfill your life purpose, you will have to give up a lot of stuff that you feel like is what you want and what's good for you, but in reality is not. Anything deviating you from your purpose has to go, otherwise you'll never reach joy. Anywho, thank you so much for coming back to my podcast, guys. I love you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. If this helped you, make sure you share this shit with the world, man. If you know a friend that would actually enjoy this, send it to them. Or if you want to post it on your story, that would be really appreciated. Yeah, because you know, I want everybody to listen to this, because it helped me. It's helping you if you've listened this far, and I'm sure it will help other people. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, scratch that. We shall all have a beautiful ass week. Stay on your grind. Don't forget who you are. And remember, balance, giving something to your mind, your body, and your soul every single day. Balance and discipline will keep you successful, man. Peace, God and goddesses. See you next week. Hello, welcome to Conscious Concubine. I'm Itzonil, and today we're gonna be healing from the inside out. Peace.